Hello everybody, today's video is going to be all about doing a natural look for the face and eyes. So if you would like to see that, then just keep watching. Okay, so I completely did a major fail on telling you at all what I was doing. So I'm lazy and I haven't done but like two things. So I'm just going to tell you what I've done so far. I have put on the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer, and all I did was start with the majority on my nose and rub out, put some on the chin and rub outward, and then also on the forehead. I still want things to look as smooth as possible with a natural look. I've went in with this makeup sponge from Real Techniques and also this, okay, my bottle's real janky, but I'm going to show you. My Revlon Color Stay foundation right here. This is in the shade 110, and I just did 2 pumps on the back of my hand because I don't want it to be a super full coverage. We're going for very natural, like I said previously, and then all I did was start dabbing all over the face, and that's all I've done so far. I've got you caught up. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to start with some concealer. Whenever I'm doing something that looks pretty natural, I like for my face to not only look smooth, but to also look hydrated as well. So that is why I like to go for this concealer. So the concealer that I like to use is the Born This Way concealer. It does have coconut water in the formula as well, so I really think it helps to keep my skin very hydrated, especially the under eyes. But it also has a nice coverage, so when you're going for a natural look, you don't really have to worry about this one as much. Okay, so once I've placed my concealer everywhere where I want it to be on the face, I've just taken my beauty sponge once more and I'm starting to blend that all in. And not only is the routine that I do for more of a natural look, it's typically one of my faster looks too because I'm not going for full coverage and I'm not going for a dramatic eye. So this really is like killing two birds in one stone. Also a super natural look for whenever you just want to toss the makeup on and you don't want to go out without a bare face, which is also going to help for me today because I'm going out shopping with my sister later on and I'm not ready to do all that makeup and I don't have the time for all that makeup. Okay, and then the only other thing that I'm going to do as far as like coverage goes is I'm actually going to touch up where I do have those couple blemishes right here on the lower portion of my face. And what I'm going to do, which I've said in previous videos, is I'm actually going to place just little dots of concealer onto those areas. And then rather than taking the beauty sponge, which actually soaks up some of the product, I'm going to take my finger and dab that product on because my finger doesn't actually pull the product up as well, rather than it just pushes it into the skin, in my opinion at least. Okay, so I've got all of my foundation and concealer popped on. I don't know if you can tell. Let me know if you can. I think it's a big difference dabbing it on with the finger as far as the concealer goes versus using a sponge or a brush or even just like the before and after of having concealer on there but then going over top of it with a little extra. I think it makes a big difference, but I don't know. That's just me. I'm just rambling on. Now, another thing that I like to still use, just because makeup does tend to slide off my face, it has a little bit of oils in the T-zone, is a powder. Now, I'm not going to do any baking of any sorts, but I'm going in with the Airspun Loose Face Powder right here. What is easiest, of course, and what is easiest for me right now is just still continuing to use this same tool right here. Already got some on. I'm just flipping it over to where I haven't used any foundation or concealer yet, and I'm patting into that product. I'm starting straight on to the concealer that I just placed on. And then all I'm going to do is continue to put some powder on the T-zone area and under the eyes as well. On the eyelids for the eyeshadow, I just went ahead and put the same powder over top of the eyes to go ahead and set those as well. Okay, and that is basically like the foundation of your complexion knocked out already. Okay, so both eyebrows are done, and we're going to move on to the rest of the complexion. So what I am using for that is the Tarte Pro Glow palette right here. And I'm also not really going to do a huge like contour. I'm going to follow the same lines, but primarily it's more of like a bronze because it's not super concentrated. It's more of like a fluff. And then using the same brush, I'm actually going to go into, I think it's more like a highlight for a deeper shade, but I am going to use it to bronze. So basically it's just adding more warmth and a really nice like sheen as well. And I do that up at the top as well, and then just brushing right over the nose. And then for the highlight, I'm actually going to use the lightest shade in this palette called Strobe. And I'm going right over top. Oh yeah, look at that highlight. I'm also going to use my highlight to go underneath the brow bone. And then lastly, of course, we're going to go on with some blush on the complexion. And I'm just using my beauty sponge once more. Tapping into that and then pressing that right on the apple of the cheek. Okay, so then we've got our complexion done as well. Just going to use a little bit of setting spray right here. And then I'm going to use this Milani Make It Last setting spray all over the face. Okay, and then a secret weapon right here for the eyes. I'm actually not going to do eye makeup. It cuts down on a lot of time, but you can still add a flare and have a more dramatic look, something to like concentrate on by adding just some falsies. Now, if you don't like falsies and you're like, okay, falsies would make it go like 100 times longer of a process, then by all means, just throw on a little bit of some eyeshadow, pop on some mascara, you'd be good to go. But I'm going to do some lashes to add a flare, and then I'm going to put a lip on right after that. Okay, so now I have got a super flirtatious fluttery lash right here, and these are House of Lashes, and let's see, it is in Cecile. And then for lips, again, super easy, but with like a nice flirty lash. I want to do a really nice juicy lip to go with this look. So I am going to be using the Fenty Gloss Bomb in Fenty Glow. And if you haven't tried this stuff, you have to. It is my favorite gloss. It's so comfortable. It looks good on so many different skin tones. I absolutely love it. Super, super natural look. We've got a nice big full lash with some juicy lips and just a little bit of like a bronze with some color on the face. But this is a really big like go-to of mine. And a lot of people always ask me for a very natural look or what you can do whenever you're in a hurry. And I think that this kind of combines the two of those things. Honestly, it like puts two in one, but it's honestly the truth. Whenever I'm looking for something natural, it just happens to be a quicker routine for me. So if you really like this video and you want to see some more kind of tips or tricks that I have for a natural look, please let me know in the comments down below. Go ahead and give me a big thumbs up down below as well. And if you really liked what you saw today, please, please, please subscribe to my channel. And of course, share it with your friends. Let people know what you like. And I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye.